Hello and welcome to another session of Riding the Bear. The show is brought to you by the Skylabs and Vetter Ecosystem. My name is Ryan. I'm so glad to be your host, and for the last 6+ months now, we've been recording over around 100 live sessions just like this, supporting the Vetter community and navigating the Craddock's calendar, supporting users in finding their next 2x to 100x gems, and even, because of sessions like this, being able to collaborate and find and spot out questionable projects. And so the beauty of these types of sessions is for you to be able to plug in and get your questions answered, learn how to navigate the space, how to maximize the platform so you get the most out of it. Now, yesterday we launched our second token in the Vetter ecosystem, Skylabs VSL. Had a successful launch on VSL, the first project to launch off of that. So definitely something to celebrate and be happy about with that. Now, whether you are a veteran in our community or you're brand spanking new, today I'm going to show you how to best utilize, hands down, the best research tool in the crypto space, which is the Vetter platform and Craddock's calendar. And we're going to go over how everything works together in this one ecosystem. So if you are brand new, go ahead and drop a comment below letting me know if you're brand new, letting me know how long you've been a part of the Vetter ecosystem and community. I personally, I've been part of the ecosystem since early October, and I found the community right before Vetter had launched, when things were still being run through Discord, and it's been a wild ride. I've been able to meet and work with people from all over the world, and it's made such a huge impact in my life. And also, finding these projects has made a fantastic impact as far as my financial situation goes, which is also a great thing. Now, one of the things that I do want to encourage, these sessions are to support you. So if you have any questions, feel free to type it in the chat, and we will do our best to answer those questions. Now, I will mention that there is a slight delay. So if it does take a few seconds to get your question answered, don't worry. I do always circle back and look at the chat to make sure that I answer it there. Now, one of the things I will say right off the bat is I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Anything I talk about today should not be considered financial advice. Okay? I'm literally live streaming on YouTube, sharing information about how to utilize a research tool to support you. If anything, I may drop a couple gold nuggets as it relates to mindset and head game because, in my opinion, that is the cornerstone and foundation with everything in life, but really with crypto. It is absolutely imperative that you work on your head game and that mindset is in check. Otherwise, this is going to be a really rough experience for you. Okay, so there's so much built into the platform, and we're not going to dive deep into every aspect of the platform today. Okay, but there's a couple areas that I do want to show. Okay, now one thing, just bear with me real quick. I get to shift something around here. Let me change wallets here. So one of the things that I did want to mention is there's so much wrapped up into this platform that, like I said, it would take more than one session to cover it. So I'm just going to hint on a couple different areas, and then we're going to dive into the platform, as in the Craddock's calendar. We're going to look at some pre-sales. We're going to go over the process and things that we're looking for when we are looking at pre-sales. And what I also want to mention is we're also going to look at some of the staking, lock-in, multiplier, how that stuff works. So if at any point you have a question, feel free to drop your questions in the comment section, and then we will go over those. So when you go to the Vetter platform, which is vetterplatform.app, you're first going to be pulled up to the Vetter board, and this is like your dashboard. This is where you see everything. Okay, so right here in the middle, it's a hot list. These are projects that have been added to the calendar by Purple Scouts. Over here is a high-level overview of the calendar. It's just showing what projects are launching on what days. We'll take a deep dive into that in a moment. Leaderboard over here indicates the amount of Vetter that people have earned by contributing to the platform. Okay, so all the numbers here, people have contributed to the platform, and that's how they've received more Vetter there. Here we record all of our gains whether that be project gains, user gains, tips, all that information is there. Right here you can learn more about the ranks and tiers, what you get whenever you're at certain tiers, and then the color-coded ranks of the vetters and the scouts. And over on the right is Vetter University. Okay, and so that's the one link to get to it. Over here on the left, you're going to see this is the dashboard. Then we have the CrowdX calendar, your tracker page, which is like your profile, Vetter University. This is our own swap, vCell, the vault, staking, Skylabs, and then support. Okay, so those are the icons that are there on the left. So let's go ahead and jump into Vetter University. You can either click right here or click over here, and it's going to take you to the university. Like I said previously, whether you are brand new, completely new to crypto, this is a great spot for you. It's going to support you in learning some of the different nuances and things you get to figure out when you enter the crypto space. For example, Trust Wallet, MetaMask, how to navigate those things, how to import Trust Wallet to MetaMask, all those different types of things, whether you're a beginner or not, are here. We also go into deeper explanations about different topics, how to maximize a platform, and then also all of these discussion calls are recorded, and you can watch those to just get a feel for some of the things that we talk about. So that's a Vetter University. The next thing we want to take a look at today is the CrowdX calendar. And this right here, this is where the magic happens. Okay. Now, if you're brand new, you may have acquired Vetter token with the plan on getting a multiplier, and that's in effect. We've been paying out 3 distributions so far in the last 24 hours, which is awesome. And so you get a multiplier effect simply by holding Vetter. But you may not realize you actually get access to the CrowdX calendar. And what the CrowdX calendar is a collection of projects that have been crowdsourced, meaning someone else went out and did all the work to find these projects. Okay, they went out and they dug through Telegram and Discord and Twitter and YouTube, and they're networking with friends, and they're getting tips and insights, and they're watching influencers, and when they find a project that they feel is worth sharing, they add it to the calendar. Now, the beautiful part about that is, as a scout, when you add projects to the calendar, you actually get paid Vetter to do so. So a scout goes out, they do a lot of the heavy lifting to find that project, and when you click on a project, you're going to see that it gives you basic information about the project. Okay, so right here, this project was scouted by Hellstrom. The project is called Private Land. And right here, you're going to get some basic details. Okay, the symbol, Telegram, the website. We're going to get some details about when it's going to launch. Okay, comments provided by the scout, and basic information about the project. So this is just really basic. Okay, now a Vetter can come along and they will add additional information to the project, and they're going to do a much deeper dive on the project. Okay, so for example, we'll do this real again for the scout. Project is MetaRix. It's posted by LDN100X. They're the scout, and they provided basic information about the project. And then PSC100X is the Vetter. So you see scout right here, you see Vetter. You click that tab, and it opens up the vetting report. And the Vetter goes on into much deeper explanations and details, and does a deep dive on the project, going into the depths of Telegram. What's the Telegram culture like? What does it look like? Are they responsive? Are people asking questions? Are they excited about what's going on? Are they looking forward to the pre-sale and the launch? Just getting a feel for that. Is the team doxed? How large is the team? Do they have their in-house dev team? What's going on there? AMAs. How many AMAs have they done? What are they up to there? Or what are the quality of the AMAs? What kind of groups are they doing AMAs with? even provide a short summary, as well as contract studies. So whether that's talking about the contract, tokenomics, anything like that, audits, all that information can be found in here. And so the beauty of this is, as a user, we have access to this calendar. So instead of you being in a position to literally search all over the internet for crypto pre-sales, you're actually able to come here and get support and ideas from other people who've done that work. So instead of spending the majority of your time sifting through Telegram and Discord and Twitter and all the places you find pre-sales, you now can leverage your time and energy and sift and sort through the calendar. And there's a variety of ways you can sift and sort, and we're going to go over those here in a moment. So you can sift and sort by network. So up here at the top, you see network. You click network, and these are all the networks that are listed. So whether you want to look at Ethereum, or you want to look at Phantom, or you want to look at Binance, you click it, and it's going to isolate all of those out and just leave the one network that you're looking for. So when you click Ethereum, here's all the Ethereum-based projects. So it makes it really simple to find what you're looking for. Maybe you're all about Chronos. You're all about Chronos, and you find you a little pocket of gold on the Chronos network. And if you're also watching this, if you are really good at finding crypto pre-sales, the compensation that we have here in the ecosystem is phenomenal. Not only do you get paid Vetter to scout projects, you also we have something called hot streak rewards, and I won't go into way depths of that, but there's also additional perks of that, meaning when you get hot streaks, you actually earn more Vetter in the form of a buyback or actual BNB sent directly to your wallet. And so the whole idea is to support that crowdsource model. So another way to sift and sort is by Launchpad. Let's say that you only want to look for projects that are launching on PinkCell. You click PinkCell, and it's going to only show PinkCell projects. That's how that works. When we get our launch pads up and running, you'll be able to sift and sort by projects launching on VCell or Skylabs. It'll be pretty cool to see that. Next up, we have category. Now you can sift and sort based on the category of the project. So let's say you want to do gaming projects. You click gaming, and now these are the gaming projects that show up. Let's say that you don't want to do gaming, but you want to do rewards only. You click rewards. These are rewards-based projects. You click utility. These are the utility-based projects. So you're able to sift and sort and find projects that meet your trading style and criteria. Event type, you can sift and sort through private sales, pre-sales, fair launches, and IDOs. So whatever your strategy is. Now, another way that you're able to sift and sort through these projects is by, if you notice that there's color codes. Okay, you see there's purple, there's beige, there's green, there may be some yellows. What this is saying is these scouts that are purple have posted a significant amount of projects that have been profitable in multiple time frames, and that's why their rank is purple. When you see projects posted by scouts that are green, they've posted more than not projects that are profitable, just not quite as many as purple. Beige is just a step below green. Yellow is someone who's brand new to the platform. Maybe they just first posted their first project. Once they post 5, they then rank up to beige. And the way the color coding works is, as votes come in for the projects, the ranks increase, and that's how scouts move through the ranks. Now, one of the cool things is, as a scout, you actually get paid, like I said, to post projects to the platform. And as a yellow scout, I believe you get 250 Vetter. As a beige scout, so as a yellow scout, 250. As a beige scout, you're looking at 750. As a green scout, 1,750. As a purple scout, you're looking at 2,250 Vetter every time you post a project to the calendar. It's pretty awesome. And like I said, that's just the base. There's also the hot streak rewards that compensate even more. So like I said, if you are really good at finding projects, definitely connect with me on Telegram, and I can get you plugged in to the scouting community. So now you can see we are on the tracker page. This is your personal profile, and this is where your information is kept. And what I want to show you now as it relates to the tracker page is, let's go ahead and look at another scout. Let's go ahead and look at the project that we saw just a minute ago. Okay, let's go ahead and look at LDN100X. When you click them, it takes you to their page. Okay, and you can see here that LDN100X has posted 253 projects. It's pretty awesome. And so with this, you can see that he is a massive contributor in the community, and he's posted a lot of great projects. And what's great about this is when you start watching scouts, when you start following what's going on, they start to develop a track record and a history, and you can see what that track record and history is. And if you like their style, if you like how they roll, you could actually follow them. Okay, so you see you can click follow, and then whenever they post a project, you get notified. Whenever they like a project or add a project to a whitelist, you get notified, which is super helpful. Okay, so that's another way that you can sift and sort through projects. Okay, so the first example I gave was you can do it all by yourself. You can go sift through Telegram and Discord and all that stuff by yourself to hopefully find one that might be worth researching, or you can use a CrowdX calendar and go through a project, and you're able to see exactly what's going on there with that project, and then you're able to basically decide if it's something you want to look into further. Okay, so the information that LDN100X and PSC100X gave you, you can say, hey, you know what? This is enough information for me to say, you know what? I don't want to look at this project anymore. Or it may be enough information for you to be like, hey, this is great. Let me do more research. Okay, and that's another way to do that. The other way to do that is use it as a signal service, and just realize that all scouts have some type of track record. Some scouts have a 90% track record. Some scouts have a 60% track record, meaning 9 out of 10 projects do well, or 6 out of 10 projects do well. And so you can use that as a metric to realize, hey, this is pretty good numbers. Okay? Do a little bit of research and make your decision to see if it's a project that you want to look into further, or show up at the pre-sale time. So that's how that part works. If anybody has any questions, feel free to drop your questions in the comment section on what we've gone over so far, and I will be sure to answer those. So that's a high-level overview of how the CrowdX calendar works and how you can use it to your benefit. I often use this example that it's a research tool, but it's a massive form of leverage. And leverage is the ability to do more with less. If you were to try to pick up your car with your hands, that might be a tough job. But if you were to get the jack out, which is a tool, and put it where it's supposed to go, and use the jack appropriately, and use it to lift the car's going to raise up. Because the jack is a form of leverage, and it's a tool being used the right way, and leverage allows you to do, the ability to do, more with less. And so utilizing this tool, utilizing the network, utilizing the Telegram and crowdsource model can support you in finding great projects, and also preventing you from getting into projects that could be questionable. That's the beauty of this community. This whole model, one of the things I love most about the community is the crowdsourced model and people working together collectively for the common good. And like I said in the beginning, that is one thing that's made such an impact on my life with this community, with this project, is people working together to find great projects. So with that, we're going to take a look at some projects. Okay, we're going to take a look at some projects, and I'm just going to share with you the exact thought process that I have every time that I am researching and looking into potential projects. Okay, so let's just go ahead to, since today is the 30th, we're just going to go into September. And the reason we're going to go into September is because plenty of time to do research, plenty of time to do your due diligence. Okay, so now I know a handful of scouts' names that I follow. So one of the things that I'm always doing is I'm looking to see, what scouts are posting what, and that's where I start. Okay, this is a project that we were looking at last week. This is Loge, posted by Gordon Gekko. Let's see what Gordon Gekko has for the month of September. So we have Yin Yang here. That's a potential option we could take a look at. Okay. All right, so we're going to jump through just the basic information that I look for whenever I'm looking at a project. Okay. The first thing that I consider when I find a project on the calendar is the scout's track record. All scouts have a style. That style also represents risk tolerance. Some scouts do a really good job at posting meme projects. So while meme projects may be higher risk, their track record would say that they do a good job. Some scouts, they post meme projects, and their track record may be 60 to 70% instead of 80 to 90%. That's always something to consider. Gordon Gekko tends to focus more on utility-type projects, and he has a great track record as well. So here are the things that I look for. Number one, like I said, the scout. Number two is we go to the website. And what I'm looking for on the website is I just want an overall vibe and feel of how is the site. Is this something that we all could come together with today, hop on Fiverr.com or Guru.com and get something hosted, made, put up today, and how quickly could we get that going? That's one of the things I always want to look at. And so right off the bat, there's nothing fancy about this site. It's pretty basic, and so it is what it is. This is not necessarily a pro or a con. It's just simply an observation. Okay, I'm stacking probabilities. The more probabilities I stack, the greater chance for me personally that I have to get the kind of result that I want to get. Okay, now as I was scrolling, I did notice the team. So the second thing that I want to see when I'm on the website is the team. Now, whether you are a doxing fan or not, here's my stance on doxing. Choose one or the other, one end of the spectrum. I don't care which end. Either choose not to dox, be totally anonymous, and just say, hey, you know what? This is a free space. This is the crypto space. We're going to be anonymous. I like that. Rock on. Do your thing. Crush it. Or go the extent of doxing and be totally doxed. And if you're going to go that route, name, socials, as in like social media, not social security numbers. Name, socials, bio, pictures. Okay? I want to see you on AMAs. I want to see you on voice chat. I want to see video. I want to see you're the real deal. Okay? I am literally in between on whether it's, like I said, either completely not doxed or all the way, but no in between, because like in between is it doesn't tell me much. And this one to me is in between. We don't have names. We have Howard Dev, King X, Ledoc, and we don't have pictures. And we have a link to Telegram. That's not a social. Okay? That's not a social. Now, one of the things they did do was at least they had a bio. And I can appreciate teams who are willing to do a bio because it gives us an idea, an indication into who this person is and what they're bringing to the table. It can also give us an indication into how old they are. Why? Well, if you're 20 years old and you made your first million at 18 or 19 because you got lucky on some kind of meme coin, and now you're starting your own project and you've never experienced any kind of adversity before in your life, versus someone who spent 20 years in XYZ field perfecting their craft, building their brand, being an expert in their field, who also loves crypto and is surrounded by other people. Those are two different people, two different backgrounds, two different walks of life. Personally, my makeup, I want to see someone who has life experiences and has a track record that they can draw upon whenever they're met with roadblocks, setbacks, and obstacles, because it is inevitable in this space. I want to know that they are not going to crumble under pressure and that they're going to still get the job done and deliver. That's what I'm looking for. Okay? So, like I said, having these is super helpful. So I'll read this real quick. Howard Dev, Chief Development Officer, experienced developer specializing in building applications and financial tools in the blockchain space. Creator of Crow Market app and the project Crow Market. He has been passionate about cryptocurrency for a decade. Reliability, honesty, and diligence are the hallmarks of Howard. He comes from Poland and spends his free time in nature, camping and fishing, and an enthusiast of cycling and a healthy lifestyle. I think that's cool. Okay. I appreciate teams who are willing to share a little bit about them, because now we know what they are up to. Okay. We see on the roadmap here that they have checked some things out, which is great. We don't necessarily have a time frame or timeline on the roadmap, so this is kind of ambiguous. We don't really know when phase 2 starts. Maybe phase 2 starts the moment phase 1 ends. But there's no telling, what that's going to be here. Okay. So we covered the website so far. We covered the scout. We covered the team. We don't necessarily know how old they are, but we do know prior projects. If you did catch on to this right here, it did say Crow Market. Crow Market was one of the projects we talked about on one of these calls weeks back, and I believe that I think it was a 7x or 8x that this project did, and it was scouted by Gordon Gekko. Okay, so that's one of the things that you want to take into account: the previous success of the project, previous success of the scout, previous success of the team for these projects. Okay. So the next thing we want to look at is the Telegram. I'm going to go ahead and check out the Telegram group and see what we can see here. Okay, so on Telegram, the first thing that I want to do is I want to see how many members there are. 1,370 members. So the next thing I want to do, since there's a vetting report here, I want to go back to the vetting report, and I want to see how many members were done whenever this was vetted. This was vetted August 26th, so 4 days ago, and they're at 926. So in the last 4 days, the Telegram has grown by about 400, which is pretty cool. We see some growth. That's great. That's great. Okay, so the next thing I want to see is I want to see how many pinned messages there are. 43 pinned messages. I like that. I want to see how often they are communicating with their community. So I'm going to scroll up and I'm going to see when the first pinned message was, just to get a feel for how old the group is. I want to see how old the Telegram group is. Okay, so the first pinned message is August 3rd, so I'm going to click this right here. It's going to take me to that message. And then I want to try to scroll up, because I want to see if there's any other messages higher than this. And it looks like this message was posted August 3rd. Okay. Pre-sale is going to launch on the 31st, which is tomorrow. Okay, so it looks like the group started on August 3rd, and they've been building it up for the last 27 days. So the next thing I want to know is the Telegram botted? So a way that I test that is I just type in this phrase, good project. I scroll down, and if you can see, this just takes like a couple scrolls, and that's all of it there, which is great. If you're in other projects and you just scroll indefinitely. So for example, you hop into a project that has 20,000 users, 50,000 users, 100,000 users, and you type in good project, there's a high likelihood that on one day, let's just say August 23rd here, you're going to have hundreds of messages that say good project. And that would be considered being botted. Those are not real users. So this looks like a group that has real users. That's good news. That's good news. I like seeing that. Okay, so now let's go over and let's go all the way down to the bottom here. Let's join the group. Let's prove that I'm a human. Okay, so let's see what kind of interaction is going on here in the group. Okay, so in the last hour and a half, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, a bunch of highs and hellos. We got like 20 messages in the last hour and a half. So I would not say that this is like incredibly lively. I would not say it's vibrant. However, we do have King X in here responding to people, which I like that. That's cool. He's responsive. There's not a lot going on, but he's there. That's always a great thing for mods or the teams to be available to communicate with the community and answer questions. It's always great. Okay. So communication looks pretty good. The fact that people are asking questions, getting answers. There's, like I said, what did I say, 46 pin messages, 43 pin messages. That's good. Next thing I want to see is AMAs. We just had an AMA. Let's see AMA recording. Okay, it looks like the AMA is going to be on YouTube. Just take a look.
Okay, welcome everybody to
Okay, so they had an AMA here with Achilles Safe Haven. Okay, so they did an AMA with this group. That was the only recording I saw, though. I really like to see teams that have a lot of recordings. It's just free marketing. I mean, you already did the work to record it, to do the work to have the session. Might as well record it so you can let other people see it. You know, if you go into the Vetter Telegram group, or Skylab's Telegram group rather, and you type in AMA, or let's see here. I know that I have my list in here somewhere. There's a list in here, so there we go. Over 28 AMAs, all of them documented, recorded, so people can just have at it, listen to their heart's content. But then it also shows like, okay, who are they talking with? African Well Calls, Venom, Tasty. These are just voice chats. Arab Lounge, BSC News, the Sixers, Sonic Whales, Crypto Hideout, Future Lounge, Money Spark, Travel Ad, Schwinkle Calls, Dutch Crypto, Coin Talk, Coin Talk. So like this is just supportive for people to know, hey, here's what's going on here, and people can get the details that they need to get. Okay, so we go back to their Telegram here. Okay, so the next thing that I would be curious about is marketing plans. Says Discord will be provided in the next week, same as marketing campaign dedicated for NFT and hybrid games. And when was this posted? Today. Okay, today. So Discord will be provided in the next week, same as marketing campaign. Okay, guess marketing campaign is going to start next week. And they have their marketing plans. Let's see what the plans are. Okay. What's the marketing plan for this project? We are called by big influencers, and more are coming. Also listings on CEX, CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, DappRadar, trending and partnerships. So it looks like the typical the typical crypto marketing package. Nothing. Nothing too. Nothing. I mean, it is what it is. That's the standard. I guess standard avenues that you see in most projects. Now, one of the things that you're going to want to wonder or ask about for this project is, what are the plans to create revenue? A lot of projects burn out after 30, 60, 90 days because they've run out of the marketing budget. And if no one's buying the token, what happens? And this is the difference between a project versus a business, and projects that actually have revenue generation, being able to sustain and maintain themselves and continue to grow. Because let's face it, dropping hundreds of thousands of dollars with certain influencers and ads is not long term. It gets to be done. It's a part of the plan, but it's not a long-term play. It's not a good use of funds. Okay, and sometimes you can't even tell, what is producing what. Okay, so it's always great to know what projects are doing long-term to generate revenue, so they can be sustainable. Okay, so this is launching on Pink Cell. Let's go ahead and take a look at the old Pink Cell. Yin Yang pre-sale. I'll just go ahead and read the description here. Yin Yang is based on a modern and unique monetization system and hybrid PvP and P2E games. Holders Haven, 6 utilities, 3 of which are ready before launch. Staking without inflation and fixed APY of 6,000%, more than 60x in a year. Lottery game with the application. Very successful previous project, experienced teams. Liquidity is locked for 5 years. Pre-sale starts tomorrow, or nope. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, tomorrow, 2 days. Yeah, the 1st. So in 2 days. We got a 500 hard cap, 250 soft cap. Curious about this video. See how much attention it's getting.
I'm making this quick video because it has been 1 month since joining the Cashflow 101 system, and so what I wanted to do is...
Alright, so we got 1,000 views. I like that. This was uploaded 3 days ago, so there's some people that are seeing this, which that's good news. That's good news. That there's 1,000 views on there. Okay. So they do claim to, not claim, I mean, let me just put it this way. This KYC badge, it's just vanity. Okay? It doesn't, there have been a lot of projects that have been sketchy, questionable, and rugged that have KYC badge. So it doesn't mean much. Okay? I'm just clicking it just for entertainment purposes only. Okay? Looks like Solid Proof is who they did a KYC through. Okay, so that could hold more weight than just the badge that Pink Cell gives. Okay, audit. Let's see what we have for the audit. Contract checker. And then Seifu, probably by contract checker. Interesting. Okay, so the reason I think this is interesting is, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, I know Contract Checker can do all 3 of these services. I know they can do Seifu, I know they can do audit, and I know they can do KYC. I think Solid Proof can do audits as well, I believe. What I'm curious about is, what would be the benefit of having 3 different companies tackle 3 different aspects of this process instead of all 3 doing all 3? I don't know. That's the first time I've seen that. I usually see maybe 2 of them used. I usually see 1 of them used. I know last week we talked about a project that had contract checker for all 3, but this is the first time I've seen 3 separate companies doing 3 different pieces. So the Seifu is done by Matrix Labs, the audit is done by Contract Checker, and the KYC is done by Solid Proof. Really interesting. Really interesting. Go ahead and drop it in chat if you've seen anything like that before. That is a first for me, those happening like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at what the scout said. So for me personally, that's the process that I go through. Why? Well, I want to look at the information without being influenced by what Gordon Gekko said. Now you can look at Gordon Gekko said and make your decision based on that, or you can just jump into the project, or you can do what I did and do your own research and then look at what he says. It's literally how you want to do it. Let's go ahead and read what he has here. Red flag. He does say that likely will be a pink cell fair launch, and to his point, the reason it's a red flag, statistically speaking, I've seen more projects fail with a pink cell fair launch than succeed. And what is a pink cell fair launch? Well, that is, let me see if we can find one. That is, instead of having a hard cap, they just have a soft cap. So instead of having a max where they're going to raise until they hit a hard cap, they have a soft cap, and it just keeps running until, here we found one here, I believe. It just keeps running until the timer is up. Okay, so they're going to run this project, this fair launch, for 2 days. So they're going to open this up, and once it reaches 75 BNB, that means the project is, the fair launch was successful. But the pre-sale timer keeps clicking down. It does not end. And they keep raising funds until the time runs out. There's no hard cap. Okay, that's what that means. Okay, and so what Gordon Gekko is saying here, likely will be a pink cell fair launch. So glad to see it's not a pink cell or a fair launch, but rather a pre-sale. That's good to see. That's definitely a perk. Let's see what else he says. Private sale is live. Details pinned in Telegram channel. Minimum buy is 100 USD. Max is 500. Contributors get 20% more tokens than list price. Hard cap 25,000. Just over 5,000 contributed for the first couple of hours. Now over 10K. So he does a good job updating you what's going on. This is from the same team that developed Crow Market. Like I said, that was a pretty good project. I know a lot of people in our community made some great gains on that project. I'll just read this real quick. Yin Yang is a token based on a dual way of earning passive income. The first, more secure and stable, related to the auto staking mechanism, improved compared to the competition, with APR of 10,000%, consisting in maintaining the balance between auto staking and intelligent token burning. With us, the tokens generated with auto staking do not result in a surplus of total supply and have a real value. Additionally, while maintaining lower tax than in this type of project. The second is related to the jackpot lottery system, consisting in the possibility of participating as a holder in the lottery by locking your tokens, and as a result obtaining tickets. Tokens are unlocked after some time. More tokens equals more tickets, greater chance of winning. The lottery is also open not only to holders, but people who do not have Yin Yang tokens must pay for the tickets. Okay, let's see what he says in his vetting report. Telegram group not vibrant. We kind of felt the same way. It was kind of slow, but they were getting questions answered. But good to see that they have grown, over 400 in the last 4 days or so. Chat's not vibrant. Don't see any hype here. Only a few days prior to the pre-sale, the team is responsive to all questions. We kind of felt the same way. There was like 20 messages in the last hour and a half, so it kind of seemed kind of slow there. Team is not doxed. They will KYC with PinkCell for the pre-sale and obtain a Seifu badge through PinkCell. The team is the same team that launched Crow Market. There are several similarities between Crow Market and the structure of this project. In terms of the auto staking, team is known for having utilities ready on launch. AMA notes. They have done AMAs with Achilles and Shret calls, more AMAs prior to launch. Achilles AMA was recorded. They explained the rationale for setting the liquidity as BUSD did not be affected drastically by market fluctuations. Auto staking protocol is non-inflationary and will be sustainable through the 5-prong approach to burning tokens. Supply will not increase from initial supply. Positives provided here. Combination of gaming and rewards, non-inflationary auto staking, lottery prize, NFT collection, profit sharing, anti-bot measures will be taken at launch. Concerns. This will be the team's first BSC project. Crow Market was on the Crow Network. That was a previous project from the team. Marketing is different on different chains. Team is excited about some of the big BSC influencers that will be helping with the launch. Low numbers in Telegram, large pre-sale raise for project that shouldn't need a lot of funding to launch. I know this is a safe team, and again, just want to throw this out there. This is not financial advice. Okay, this is how crowdsourcing works. We're sharing ideas. We're getting insights into what's going on here. I know that this is a safe team that delivers active utilities on launch. I went in on the private sale because of the team. I think they are overly ambitious with the pre-sale. There are currently only 926 members in Telegram, and they anticipate filling 500 BNB in this market. I don't see a reason for them to raise that much money for the project. I hope I'm mistaken, but I'm not seeing any hype here a few days before the pre-sale, and the only thing unique here is the auto-staking burn mechanism. It's worth watching the pre-sale. It's open to the public, so we'll see if it can fill and how quickly. That's really good information. That's really good information. I hope that if you're watching this right now and you went through the whole series with us for this project called Yin Yang, let me know in the comments if what we shared was helpful. If what we went through, looking at the website, looking at the project, the Telegram, going through those details, if that was helpful in reading what Gordon Gekko said, if that was helpful in your personal research, let me know in the comments. I'm really curious to know if this information is supportive to you when you're looking at crypto pre-sales and how to maximize and utilize this information. All right, so that project was called Yin Yang, and let's see, we got about 13 minutes left until the top of the hour, so we're gonna look at another project just real quick, just to see what we got here. Okay, Radical is a scout that I follow. Now he had a second child, so he's been a little he's been very focused on that lately. Understandably so. Understandably so. Let's see what we got here with Collie Inu. Okay, so Hellstrom, great scout. He's also a purple scout, and so we're gonna go through the same checklist every time. And this is what I personally do. What you can do is you can read the Scouts report first and then decide if you want to do more research. But I like to just jump in and just hit these check boxes real quick and get a feel for the project overall. So let's go ahead and jump into this one. This is Collie Inu, brought to us by Hellstrom. Okay, so what's the first thing we do? We hop into the website. Let me close out all these other tabs up here. I don't know about you, but after hours of just working, I end up with multiple tabs on multiple windows. So we got, as Collie Inu is waiting to be populated. We may just move on to Telegram first this round. This is taking some time. Let's hop into Telegram. See what we have here. Okay, so this is a portal. If you ever try to join a Telegram group and you see this right here, this is not the actual group that you join. You don't join right here, okay? You click to verify, okay? Tap to verify. So you click this, and now you click start. Now you do the CAPTCHA. It's saying, hey, what is this image? Oh, this is a joystick. Okay. Now we do, oh, it's the 8-ball. Okay. And now it's number 0. All right. We got them all right, and it gives us access to the actual group. and then we click join group. So now we made it to Collie Inu. Congratulations. We're able to match the colors and images. And so what do? We look to see how many users are here. 2,176 users. Next thing we look at, how many pinned messages? 12 pinned messages. Okay? I want to see at least 20 pinned messages. This only has 12. This first post was August 21st. That is 9 days ago. I want to see at least 2 weeks old. We go to 9 days ago, and now we scroll up. We want to find how old this Telegram is. Okay? What's Gucci? Poppy in the house. Okie dokie. So, looks like this project was started on August 21st. Like I said, I want to see at least 2 weeks. But this is a meme token. They're throwing something together real quickly, and this is what we're going to find. It is what it is. Next thing I want to see, is it botted? Let's type in good project. See what we get. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, you see what I mean? August 27th. For whatever reason, they got all these people saying good project on that day. Okay? Now, this is not an excessive amount. It looks like just 1 day of shenanigans. Whether they bought this and bought some users or whether someone else sent some users their way, who knows? The fact of the matter is, it's safe to assume there's actually not 2,100 people in the group. Why? Because some of them are bots. Okay? So next thing I want to look at is what's the overall feel? Let's go back to the main chat. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see here. Yep. Nope. Okay. Right here. Let's go back to the main chat. Collie Inu. There we go. We're back. All right. So now I just want to get a feel for. Oh, okay. I want to get a feel for what's going on in here. Okay. Isn't this spamming? Love you, Collie. Rose will take actions against spamming. No worries with some hype around. Hello, everyone. I have an AMA proposal. What I'm looking for is substance. Right now, there's not... guys, thinking about the next competition. Okay. Right here, there's not a lot of substance. I mean, it is a meme coin, so it is what it is. But so there's a lot more messages than Yin Yang, but that doesn't mean that this is necessarily better. If people are talking a lot but not saying anything, what's the point? Okay, let's see about AMAs. Hope you guys are enjoying our AMA. Where are they from? Recording. Coin Launch Lounge. Check out past AMA recordings. Okay, looks like they have their AMAs on YouTube. Let's see what we got here on YouTube. Oh, that's weird. That's really weird. Oh, I'm sorry. I got confused there for a second. This is Coin Launch Lounge promoting their other AMAs. This isn't Collie Inu promoting all their AMAs. I got confused for a second. I was confused why Collie Inu would be sharing all of their person's AMAs. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so we found one AMA recording. I'm not going to work real hard to find the other. I would like it to be just easy for me. I can check the pinned messages to see. Who is this? Oh, the Future Lounge. Okay. This happened early. This happened... Oh, no, that happened yesterday, it looks like. Or this morning. Yeah, yesterday. Okay. So we got a couple AMAs going on here. Okay. Let's see. Doxed. Dev doxing KYC. Let's see if anyone answers him. Dev doxing KYC. Yes, team is very experienced. It's not necessarily an answer. That's not an answer. Let's see if our website came up. It didn't. What is going on? Why didn't our website come up? Let's try again. Let's see if we can find a website link somewhere else. Let's see if we can find a website right here. CollieInu.net. Yep, not making a difference. Okay, a bit of a bummer. Can't see the website, but I would imagine the team is not doxed. Let's see where they're launching from. Are they launching on PinkCell? No, Launchpad. Gympad. Let's see if we can get Gympad. What? Okay, it is on Gympad. Here we go. That's from Rose. This should actually be pinned. Let's see if we can find it pinned. Oh, right there. Nice. I missed it. When I was on the website, I missed it. Okay, so here it is on Gympad. Best practice is to, only click links that are pinned. You just, sometimes there can be some shenanigans in these groups, and so that's just one good way to do that. When I search PinkCell, I search pinkcell.finance, and that way it's a specific URL that I'm searching. But let's see. Starts in 2 days and 16 hours. Is this a fair launch? It is a fair launch. So they're doing a fair launch, meaning they have a 200 BNB soft cap, meaning the sell's going to open up, and for it to be quote-unquote successful, they're going to raise a minimum of 200 BNB. If they don't hit the 200 BNB, it'll be refunded to you. But the sell's going to go on for 3 days. It's going to start on the 2nd. It's going to end on the 5th. Okay, and they're going to raise as much as they want to raise. And once they raise that, then they'll close it off. Okay. Hey, we got George Bush in the house and Farmageddon in the house. How are you, brother? All right, so we got Collie Inu, king of meme coin, and let's go ahead and take a look at the YouTube video to see how many views it has. This just kind of gives me an indication of like how many people are looking at this. Okay, 23 people. 23 people have viewed that in the last day, so that's kind of slow. What's weird about that to me is you got 2,100 people in chat, and you got 23 people. You got 1%. 1% of your Telegram actually even watched the video, and so that's not. That doesn't do much for me there. Doesn't do much for me. Okay, let's go back to Gympad. So we have an audit. By Cyberscope. I don't know where they rank as far as quality and everything like that. Let's see what we have for Twitter. Let me copy the link address. Open this up and drag a new window over here. $1,400 followers. That's good. I would rather see low numbers than high numbers, given the fact that this project is not that big. If they had really high numbers, that would indicate to me that they paid for followers and likes and stuff, and that's just not ideal. So the numbers look like it's organic, which that's a pro in my book. Okay. So let's see what Hellstrom said. So he just has some details from the project itself. So this is just like the introduction for the project. The most intelligent and smartest dog in the world, Collie Inu is loyal and protective. He loves to work, defend his family, and please both owners and holders. His mission is to provide a safe place for the investor community by protecting their bags with additional security measures. Collie Inu aims to be the most known and most used cryptocurrency in the world. Did we see anything about the team? Let's look at the team. Since the website doesn't work, I don't know if there's any information about the team. Prior projects. Previous project. Let's see what they say here. Yeah, but that doesn't help me. Team is very experienced and done projects before as well. I want to know. And I also want to know where the other project is and what's going on there and why they're here and what they're doing here and what happened to the other project and all that stuff. That's what I want to know. So this one, I'm lacking a lot of information on this one. If we were to compare, and I'll draw this little thing here. Okay, so this is how I stack my probabilities. Okay. So Yin Yang was the first project we looked at. Here's a plus side, here's a negative side. Gordon Gecko, plus. Previous team was Crow Market, plus. Telegram, just non-existent. Con. Okay, or minus. Plus, minus, pro, con. And so what I'm doing is I'm going through this checklist. I'm adding ideas over here or over here, and I'm stacking probabilities. Like, okay, here's what we have over here. This, and this. Okay. If there's anything that doesn't make sense, I'm confused about, I get to go ask more questions, or I just add something over here I'm unsure. Okay. And so, same thing with old Collie Inu. Collie. And so, doing a couple AMAs. Okay, great. Website doesn't work. I don't know. Is it just me? Does it work for someone else? I don't know. Say that the team has experience in previous projects, but we don't know anything about it. And right now, this is more unknown because the website doesn't work. All these questions could be answered if the website was working for me. It may work for you. But right now, there's a lot unknown. So like for me, as I'm looking at these projects, there's more unknown for Collie Inu than there is for Yin. Okay, just those in themselves. But Gordon Gecko makes a valid point. This team had previous success on a different chain on the Crow network. Okay, this is a new space, BSC for them. Okay, the community doesn't appear to be all that supportive. Okay, and these are the decisions and questions you get to probe and ask yourself. Hop in Telegram, post the project link in Telegram, and just say, "Hey, Hellstrom, what do you think about Collie Inu? Hey, Gordon Gecko, what do you think about Yin Yang?" And they pop on and they may say, "Hey, I haven't looked at it recently." They may say, "Hey, I'm really liking this. This is what just happened." And other community members can chime in and say, "Hey, this is what I found. This is what I look at." That is the crowdsource model. Coming together, sharing ideas and concepts. That very thing saved some community members 1, 2, B, and B. A few months back, there's a project we were looking at. It was a gaming type project. It looked pretty cool. If you contributed 1 B and B in the pre-sale, you got a free NFT for the game. I mean, it's like a no-brainer offer. It's like, oh my goodness, I get a free character, a free weapon. It's like, this is great. I like the idea. A lot of people are like, man, this is so cool. It was a fair launch. With the beautiful thing about a fair launch is, don't ever feel rushed. Okay? With a pre-sale, you get to show up with a level of urgency because a pre-sale can close and sell out. With a fair launch, you can take your time, do your due diligence, and make sure everything checks your boxes and you're good to go. Okay? What happened with the fair launch was, hey Deborah, hope you're doing well. What happened with the fair launch was it was counting down with like a handful of hours left on a Sunday morning. And one of our community members hopped in and said, hey guys, I just found out this project, the KYC company that they used was only 3 days old. How in the world is a KYC company 3 days old able to do a KYC on a project and launching that day? You know what I mean? Like, it was very shady. Now, I basically asked in the group, I said, hey, is this a red flag for anybody? And some people are like, yeah, it's a red flag, I'm out. Some people decided not to contribute. It's not financial advice. It's literally giving people more information for them to make an educated decision on. Okay? So they said, you know what, I'm out. I'm not getting in. Other people, they did their early cancellation. They took a 10% penalty to cancel early. It's all good. And some people say, hey, it's no big deal to me. I really want that free NFT. And it was not an issue for them. It's all good. Because the point of this is not to say, hey, this is a great project, get in. It's also not to say, hey, this is a bad project, get out. It's simply about sharing as much information as you can about a project to allow you as a user to make the decision and determination on whether it's a project you want to get into. Really simple. It's all about sharing ideas and sharing as much information as we can. Long story short, project launches, it rugs, and the rest is history. Now, I like sharing that story simply because, not because the project rugged, but because that was a moment where information was shared and people were able to make an educated decision based on the information. Not opinions, not advice, straight facts. And that factual information supported people making a different decision. And that's what I love about that story. The outcomes are relevant. The fact of the matter is, you could find a project that checks all your boxes and ends up tanking at launch, and there's nothing you can do about it. You could also see a project that looks like an obvious scam. The website looks horrible, there's bad communication, and they could do a 20x in the first day. And that's okay. It is what it is. This game is not about trying to find the best project. The game is about getting your criteria, stacking probabilities in your favor, and executing time and time again without letting emotion get in the way. That's the game that we play. That's it. And if you do that over a period of time, we call it volume of launches. If you do that over a volume of launches, you will get the kind of results that you want to get. Okay? That's what makes the game fun. That's what makes the game awesome. And that's how you get the results that you want to get. It's not about one project being the absolute deal maker and changing your life forever. It's about a systemic approach of finding quality projects and teams that check your boxes and you making a choice on whether you want to get into those or not, and doing that time and time again. And over time, through a volume of launches, you will realize the result that you want to create. You'll realize the goal, the vision that you have. That's the process. That, my friends, is the game that we are playing. So with that, we're going to wrap it up. Today we talked about Collie Inu and we talked about Yin Yang. I invite you to add these to your volume of launches. Add them to your paper trading document worksheet. Follow these. Hop in Telegram, watch the launches take place, see how it goes. For Yin Yang, the warnings for that one were didn't see a lot of community support. You'll be able to watch to see how the pre-sale fills. Is it filling slowly? Is it filling quickly? Did they actually max it out? What happens at launch? Was there enough people not excited about the project where the project actually flew under the radar and actually did good? That is something that could legitimately happen. Legitimately could happen. You look at Collie Inu, there's a lot of things in the gap because the website doesn't work. Watch it, see what happens. This is where the fun begins, guys. This is it right here. So with that, hey, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of the community. I'll end like I always do. Life can be short. So for those that you care and love, let them know you care and love them. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of the Vetter platform, Vetter ecosystem. Skylabs launched yesterday. We're making history. This is just the beginning, and I'm so excited and grateful to be on this journey with you. So with that, I will see you in Discord. I'll see you in Telegram. Bye for now.